Okay, there we go. I'm like, wait a second. Okay.
At that moment, a merciless wall of impossibly cold air ripped through the crowd, instantly freezing everyone and everything it touched.
This must be our last scene. So, you know, good to know that it does save. Okay, well, dramatics.
For a man like William Kerr, this was a fitting way for things to end. On a stage, with an entire town frozen in rapt attention for the rest of time. The end.
Gasp.
There's that ice again! Whenever I think we're getting close, it comes along and ruins everything!
To be fair, they were not nice in that.
Maybe we should just quit? Maybe you should just close the book, walk away, and never think of me again. No, I don't mean that. We got a little closer this time. We just need to try again. Please.
Is it me or is it just not loud enough? Did I turn up my volume? Yeah, I did. Alright, let me turn up the game volume. Madeline, if you just got onto my computer, we're gonna have words. How do I do this again? Okay. I think I wanted to go back over. I forgot how this works. Right. Here we go.
Drew himself up and decided to take the only option they had left. Flight. He squinted down the barrel of the mission control defense cannon, aiming it through an opening in the dense tree branches.
He was so pretty.
Surprise as it struck true and taut.
Wow, I can't believe that worked. Hey, Mr. Kern. We'd love to hear your thoughts. But I'm afraid we have places to be. Come on, Iggy. See you jerks. No, look at them go. Fine. We know where that leads them. This way. We'll take the tunnels. There's tunnels.
Luca and Iggy winced as they sprinted through the thicket. The branches clawed at them, reluctant to give passage.
Where?
After what felt like a marathon, Luca stopped in his tracks as they reached the clearing. What the? That was all he was able to say before Iggy slammed into his back. The boys tumbled down a steep decline and crashed with a wheezing thud on a surface as hard as ice. In fact, it was ice. Chapter 5. Signs. They stood silently, catching their breath.
Am I supposed to have a picture here? Because I don't have a picture. Also, thank you for the follow.
The sky was like sapphire. With each breath, a plume of steam escaped from Luca's lungs.
Like I can hear wind howling. You'd think I'd have a picture.
Let's keep moving. Luca pulled Iggy to his
There we
feet
go.
as they gazed across a snowy terrain.
It's winter. In the middle of summer. That was actually pretty badass. Uh-huh. I think we lost him. Are we up in the mountains? I don't think so. If anything, we went downhill. And what's up with the Winter Wonderland? Exactly. All I know is there's no going back the way we came. Let's see if we can get our bearings. Follow me. Find a way home. Will do. Oh. How do I investigate again? Okay,
The disc
spacebar.
of smooth metal was lightly covered in snow. 2 faint seams were visible along the surface.
Seems. A manhole cover? If it is, I've never seen one like it. Huh. Right, we must explore needle footprints. Explore everything. Okay, or not. We'll go this way. Luca? Luca, are you
Luca
there?
had almost forgotten the walkie-talkie he was carrying.
Oh yeah, Rolo. Is that Bozo Kerr? I hope nothing bad has happened to you out in those
Luca
woods.
looked at Iggy with hesitation.
No need to be rude.
With a resigned sigh, Luca responded.
Seems like the only dangerous thing in the woods is you. He speaks. The young man of the hour. Now, how in tarnation did you end up with one of our radios? Oh no, it's not Rolo, I'm sorry. Just lucky, I guess. Boy, howdy, you Van Horns are full of surprises, aren't you? You knew my parents? Never had the honor of meeting your father, but your mom sure was a handful.
Luca winced, shoving the walkie-talkie back into his pocket.
We gotta keep moving. Which one's Mr. Kerr again? Is Mr. Kerr the raccoon or the candy shop owner? I can't remember. Left? Nope. Right? No. Where am I going? I'm trying to move. Where do you want me to go? Down? No. Help. Wait, what's this? This looks breakable, whatever it is. Winter Wonderland in spring. I think it's actually summer for them. Okay. Is it down here? Oh, here we go. What's the readout? Sitting just above 258 Kelvin. Wait a second. That's the Beacon Pine side. What's happening? That's a bit down from last time. Should we report this to Mr. Kerr? Oh, Mr. Kerr's the one chasing us. Meh. Still within safe ranges. It may be spreading, but it's under control for now. Even a small nudge in the equilibrium can cause a cascade. Dude, relax. Just a few more sites to hit before we can punch out. Let's get this over with. But isn't this in front of our house? What's all this? Hard to say with all the snow. I think it's a town sign. You can almost make out the letters under there. What town could this even be? There could be another town deep in the Weep Woods? I'm looking at evidence to the contrary. Let's figure out what we're dealing with. Step one, snow's gotta go. Let's see what I can do. The snow has to go? What am I supposed to do? Oh, in situations such as these, I find it best to chuck stuff first and ask questions later. Chuck what? Oh. There we go. Gasp.
The boys stared in disbelief at the sign that now clearly read, "Welcome to Beacon Pines."
That doesn't make any sense. We're in Beacon Pines? How's that possible? We ran away from town. How did we get back here? I guess we got turned around? Where'd all the snow come from? Well, it's been a bit colder lately. A pretty big difference between sweater weather and this Arctic hellscape, right? The puddle we fought at before, it was cold too. Maybe all of it leads to one source? You think it's related? What the hell's going on? We're gonna get you some answers. Let's get moving. I think there's many, many towns and they're all clones. Oh, shit. Okay, it'll escape these. This stuff looks familiar to you? It looks like the barrel near the puddle I, shoved me into. Yeah.
The fencing glistened, each chain link encapsulated with a translucent layer of ice.
Looks like the stuff they put up around Wheatwood. The stuff who put up? I don't know. It's all frozen.
Looking down at the frozen stream, Luca could faintly see a school of minnows encased in the ice.
Whatever happened here happened fast. The fish didn't even have time to run. Oh, you know, swim away. Swim run? Swim run. It said swim run.
The crunching of footsteps trailing Luca went hush. He looked back to see Iggy's face twisted with confusion.
It's gone. What? There's nothing here but more snow. There must be an explanation for all of this. We have to keep looking. You can look all you want. I quit. Iggy, we have to keep going. You don't get it, do you? This isn't one of your pathetic hate atomic stories. We are going to save the day. We aren't even gonna save ourselves. My face is mangled. The town is destroyed, and everyone we've ever known is gone. I don't know that. You can't just quit. Do whatever you want. I wonder which scenario this is. I'm done. Iggy, it's gonna be okay.
Luca peered upward at the darkening sky. He let out a long, foggy breath. Faintly, Iggy began to cry.
No.
Seeing Iggy in such a pathetic state gave Luca a sense of compassion and more than a little guilt.
It is getting pretty late, I think. Probably not a great idea to stumble around in the dark anyway.
Luca allowed himself to collapse next to Iggy.
But do we have to sleep here? Let's rest for a bit.
The boys huddled together for warmth and comfort. If not for
We break
exhaustion,
into
their
the
minds would be
big
racing,
house.
trying to make sense of the events of the day. As it was, all they had energy for was to sit in silence, numb.
It's right out in the open. The way the snow covered everything over, it's kind of calming. I haven't had time to say this, but thanks. Huh? We're getting us away from those creeps. I sorta froze up back there. Iggy, I should be the one apologizing. I'm waiting for like the group to like appear. This all happened because I lost my temper. No, that's bull honky. First of all, you didn't know what that gunk would do. You didn't, right? Of course not. And second, stop with this baloney about losing your temper. But I did lose my temper.
Iggy motioned sarcastically to his half-deformed face.
Obviously. But that's exactly what you should have done. Huh? Was being a horse's ass? You were supposed to be a horse's ass in response. That's how it works. Iggy, I'm having a hard time following. You wanted me to fight you? Of course. Jeez, you goody-goody types take forever to understand this very basic point. Why would you go around saying cruel things trying to get into fights? It's something to do. You're an asshole because you're bored? Sometimes I just feel empty. You won't understand. You and Roll are always having a blast together. Laughing and calling that dinky little treehouse mission control.
Wept openly.
Perfect little Luca Van Horn with his perfect little life. My life is not perfect. Everybody in town likes you. Not everybody. Hell, that new girl hasn't even unpacked yet and she already even likes you. You have Tish?
He wiped his nose with a sleeve.
I love Tish. Tish is great. But she ain't exactly the world's greatest conversationalist, you know? She does a lot of yelps.
Luca gave a warm chuckle.
I get that impression.
Iggy cleared his throat as he wiped his eyes.
It must be raining out here. Definitely.
Iggy arched into a wide yawn.
You should probably try to get some sleep. Yeah. Let's lay out for now. Tomorrow we'll get to the bottom of
Luca's
this.
eyelids began to slowly drift shut.
Let's not sleep out in the open, but whatever. Luca? Yeah. I always did want to see the inside of your dinky little treehouse. What do you think? Not bad. I'll give you the full tour when we get back. You know what?
That's all Luca could whisper before succumbing to sleep. Iggy
No.
snuggled in some more.
Besties. When it comes to worst days of my entire life, this one isn't half bad.
The house smelled of warm bread.
Yeah.
Luca was playing with toy blocks on the living room rug. He looked up to see his parents on the couch. His mother held his father's head in her lap. She idly stroked his hair while humming a song. A voice behind Luca spoke. This is how you remember them, huh? Luca turned to see his own face. The doppelganger from his dreams, still clad in a yellow hazmat suit, still carrying a look of disdain behind empty eyes. Aww, look at this perfectly cozy scene. You know it wasn't really like this. The figure picked up a toy block and inspected it. It's amazing the facades that one can build given the right materials. Not that I blame us. These are a child's memories, all warm and fuzzy.
Hey, are we in therapy?
You don't remember, do you?
I feel like we're in therapy.
Block from the figure's yellow-gloved hand. Remember what? The doppelganger pointed to the couch. The last day we saw him alive. The day he chose to abandon us. Luca turned to look at his father, still lounging on the couch. That's not true. He didn't abandon us. The doppelganger waved his hand dismissively. Everything is true here. It's just a matter of what we choose to see. Let me show you. The world flickered and pulsed. Luca was sitting next to his bed, listening to his heartbeat with one of his dad's stethoscopes. The doppelganger limped into the room. Now, we both know that's not how this went. He grabbed Luca's hand and guided the stethoscope to the floor. Luca heard muffled shouting, brought close by the stethoscope. It was his parents, fighting. Do you remember what we did next? Luca gave a slow nod and crept down the hall to peek through the banister. He could see the outline of his mother at the bottom of the stairs.
Did you yell at him?
Damn it, Walt. We can't afford to get involved in this. She was scared. His father stepped forward. What am I supposed to do? Just watch? There's a sickness in this town, and we both know who's behind it. I swore an oath to help people. I won't turn my back on them.
My theory was far darker.
His mother grabbed Walt. She was crying, pleading. I can't lose you. Walt calmly removed Eleanor's hand from his shoulder. What's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong. I could never live with myself if I let Sharper get away with this. Eleanor raised her voice.
Mr. Kerr.
Spare me your bullshit platitudes. What about our son? Luca flinched, dropping the stethoscope down the stairs.
No.
Walt turned with a panicked smile. Luca, is that you, buddy? With tears in his eyes, Luca descended the stairs. Mom? Dad? What's going on? Walt dropped to a knee to meet Luca eye to eye. Nothing, buckaroo. Your mom and I just got a little overexcited is all. Luca placed the stethoscope against his father's chest. His heart was racing.
Hi! How are you? How you doing? I want to say it's Kaylee. I forgot. It's one of those. But hi, how have you
It
been?
sounded like you were going somewhere. Walt gently removed the device.
Maybe.
From Luca's
I could be very
ears.
wrong. I did just start with a K. Your name, I think. Ayla, dang it! You do that every time. Listen. I was half closed, like Kayla without the K. How are you? How you been? My brain is malfunctioning. Always.
Listen to me, Luca. I have some business to take care of. I'll be back in time to tuck you in.
No, you won't.
Luca hugged his father tightly.
It's okay. I'm tired. Fair. Did you at least have some good weather recently? Because we had very nice weather. It's very much a lot of winter sadness.
Walt stood
It was
up
great.
and walked to the door. He glanced over his shoulder.
You used your mic yesterday? Oh my gosh! Congratulations! How'd it go?
I promise.
It was nice. Good. I'm glad it was nice.
He put on his hat.
It's very, very
and strode
stressful,
out
and I'm
into the
very, very
evening
proud of you.
sun.
What? Who was that?
A figure approached soundlessly from the foggy snowfall.
Is that a bunny?
It
It's
stood
a
above
rat?
them, lingering in
I see a tail.
Slowly raising one hand above Iggy, it snapped out 2 brisk raps on his head.
Knock, knock.
From a deep
Called it.
slumber, Iggy sprang up defensively.
Mouse. They're a mouse. Get your hands off me.
It wasn't calming presence or the recognition that he was not in danger. Iggy felt his clenched fists lower.
Okay. So what do you think you're doing?
Luca looked up, gradually remembering his whereabouts. The figure exhaled a cloud of warm vapor.
You two certainly have caused a lot of commotion. What's that supposed to mean? Take it easy, Iggy. We were asleep minding our own business. You're the one running around knocking on people's heads. I'm sorry if I hurt you, Iggy. You didn't hurt nobody. Anybody. Huh? Oh, I see. I think you're better than me. You think you're better than... Wait, how did they know his name?
When it came to complete strangers, Iggy had trouble cobbling together an insult.
You big-headed, scarfy-necked furball. Okay, let's lower the temperature a bit. Interesting choice of words. I mean, let's all just calm down. Who are you? A friend? An observer? A hitchhiker of the infinite expanse of possibilities? Great. How about a name? If you must call me something, you can call me Nat.
Iggy huffed with gratification.
How about you make like a gnat and buzz off? Very well.
Nat began to turn away indifferently.
Wait, do you live here? You might say that. You know where we are? You might also say that. Look how we must find a safe way out of here. You gonna help us or not? Before knowing how to leave, one must know where they are. This weird Yoda shit. Alright, I does it. Luca, I don't know about you, but I'm getting out of here. One way or another.
He turned sharply and began to stomp off.
Enough with the riddles. Iggy, wait up.
Realizing he'd worn their patience then, Nat relented.
Very well, I suppose this isn't the time for metaphors. I'll show you how to get back home.
Luca and Iggy turned around with hope in their eyes.
Come here.
Nat took a deep breath in.
Close your eyes.
Nat exhaled slowly, then snapped his fingers.
Okay, open them.
For a brief moment,
Oh no.
Luca and Iggy let themselves believe that some great magic was about to unfold, until they opened their eyes and found themselves in the exact same place, cold and disheartened.
This is your home. This is Beacon Pines. Look, Nat, we don't know how we got here. Maybe we stumbled through some time travel gate in Weepwood, or we teleported to an alternate universe. Or this is some kind of cruel experiment by Kurt and his goons. But this is not our home. You're inching closer to the truth. Alas, the reality is much less fanciful. Let's give it to us straight. That'll be it. As I said, this is Beacon Pines. The original true Beacon Pines. I knew it. Multiple towns. You both grew up here. But the town you've called your home for the past several years is a replica. A remarkable achievement of engineering, to be fair. Run straight raiders really quick. But a replica nonetheless. That's impossible. It's too much work. You need a whole town to replicate a whole town. Indeed, to pull off such a feat would require immense labor, That which could be moved would be moved. That which could not would require precise duplicate. We would have noticed. Someone would have noticed. I think so. Unless the auditing was impeccable. Why? I'm so tired. Do you want some coffee? I have coffee. It's called Good Morning Coffee. It's organic. It's not really bad. I think it's called Good Morning. I can't remember which one it was. But it's your coffee. Is that audit or auditioning? It's audit. Might not make attention to detail. As for the innumerable trivialities which complete the tapestry. Hold on. It probably doesn't help that this music's very relaxing. A lot like Hollow Knight. Can't play Hollow Knight, I fall asleep. Well, you can leave that to this miraculous thing we call a brain. It is a real aversion to discontinuity, that, or revulsion even. The brain has a wonderful way of smoothing out the rough edges, keeping us sane. Oh, she didn't say anything. Luca and Iggy look around uncomfortably. You're saying that someone made an entire new town and moved us all and no one noticed? Precisely. But why? Why is the one question that can never be answered with certainty. The best we can do is to uncover.
His eyes, furrowed his brow, and uttered,
The source. Why do you say the source like that? Why indeed.
Luca began to laugh uncomfortably.
It's not ridiculous. There's no way they could.
He looked down at his feet. His eyes started back and forth in contemplation. With a sudden pain, a thought struck him.
If this really is home.
He sprinted off into the pale distance.
Are you trying to go home?
Nat called out.
Iggy, it's not too late to turn back. Simply head west through the Weepwood. But why do you live here? Why indeed?
Chapter 6.
What is going
The
on?
source.
What is
Nat
going on?
expressed his sympathy with a shrug and sauntered off as unassumingly as he'd arrived. He'd given Luca and Iggy what they needed, and nothing more. As Luca sprinted across the snow, the events of the past few days became clearer, pieces to a larger puzzle. Rollo said he was underground somewhere, captured. Mr. Kerr tried to cover it up with lies. The clipboards were hell-bent on capturing Iggy. It all seemed to point to perennial harvest. But right now, there was one thing that Luca needed to know.
Okay.
Luca stopped dead in his tracks. The tree was gone, uprooted and moved, leaving a raw gash in the earth. He
Oh, I
dropped to
saw
his
that
knees
earlier.
and dug wildly at the cold snow. His numb hands hit something hard. A headstone.
Oh no, is that where his
Dry
dad's
whisper
buried?
escaped Luca's lips.
You're here. All this time I thought I was visiting you. But you've been here alone in the snow. Dad, I'm so sorry. They ruined your favorite spot in the world. Our favorite spot in the world. Dad, what do I do?
There was no reply. Just snow-covered silence.
Why'd you give me the slip like that? What if I couldn't find you, you jerk?
He finally noticed the tears welling in Luca's eyes and the snow-covered grave.
Oh. Iggy, they stole his tree, Iggy. Thanks.
Suddenly, they heard the crunch of approaching footsteps in the snow.
Not great. We gotta hide. 259k fall off distance. Still good. Dude, did you hear me? I said 259. Sorry. You ever think about what we did here? We saved a whole town of people. Doesn't it feel like it sometimes? What about everything we left behind? That's the grave of someone with a family. People who love them and will never know the truth. The truth is
He
overrated.
bent down to scoop up a snowball and lobbed it playfully.
Hey, don't be such a downer, dude. We took this job to change the world. Come on. It's lunchtime. Just so random. Weirdo. Here, I thought I was the jerk. You think his sisters are out here literally dancing on
Luca
graves?
stuttered through heaving sobs.
I thought I was visiting him. I thought he was, I mean, technically he's always with you, alright? Okay. Not gonna lie, that's a bad break. Here's some
It gave
advice.
Luca a solid smack on the back of his head.
Hmm? Hey. Who's any of this helping? What? Sitting here in the snow, crying like some pushover. Who you helping? Didn't they, like, notice the foot tracks? Iggy, look at what they did. They lied to everyone. Blah, blah, blah. Luca Van Horn, you're a lot of things, but you ain't no pushover. And did I tell you before? When some jerk comes at you acting like a horse's ass, I should stand up for myself. Hell yeah. Her and his merry little band of clipboards pulled off this switcheroo for a reason, right? I mentioned something about the source.
With a sleeve.
Whatever is at the source must be awfully valuable to Perennial Harvest. Sure be a shame if something unfortunate were to happen to their precious source, wouldn't it? What do you have in mind? Small enough to steal, we snatch it. If it's too big to snatch, we smash it. And what if it's too big to smash?
He flashed a mischievous smile and cracked his knuckles.
Hmm? I'm always up for a challenge. I'm gonna make this dad right. Wait, I'm gonna make this right, Dad, I promise. Let's do this. Mm-hmm. To the source. It's getting awful cold out here in those woods, Luca. Probably best you to stay put and conserve your energy. Help's on the way. Where's Rolo? Where's my mom? Did you kill her? Oh, heavens no. Do I seem like a killer to you?
Luca shared a skeptical look.
Okay. Well, do I? Shucks, that hurts my feelings. Screw that guy. What happens if I throw it at Iggy? Can I throw it at Iggy? Oh, okay. Where's the ship? Wait a minute. If this is the original town, then that means...
Iggy darted behind a large pine and began digging furiously. He emerged holding a shoebox with a crude skull painted on its lid.
What's that? My story. So a few years back, I came into possession of some premium grade fireworks. Not the wimpy fireworks they give kids, the good stuff. Oh, why did you bury it under a tree? That's the long part of the story. You and Roller were doing chores at Roller's chicken coop, and you guys pissed me off for some reason or another.
Luca rolled his eyes with realization.
No, you
He
didn't.
stifled a chuckle.
And set the fire in the chicken coop. Yup. I just wanted to give you guys a little scare. But, like I said, these were primo fireworks, so I might have underestimated things. You blew up the chicken coop. Prefer to think of it as incendiary redecoration. Sorry, but you should have seen the looks on your faces. Rolo got grounded for months. Which is why I needed to stash the evidence and lay low. So I buried them under that tree. But when I came back for them later, they were gone. I figured some grown-up had found them and tossed them.
Iggy triumphantly raised the shoebox.
Turns out it wasn't the fireworks that got moved. It was us. Unbelievable. Do you think this is a game? Newsflash, boyo! You're not a hero. You're a little brat who is in whatever is said. A hero is just someone who refuses to give up. Sure. Comics these days are rotting children's brains. Everyone thinks they're a spaceman superhero. I was always partial to Hank Atomic myself. That's so. Do you really think you have a chance against us? You have no idea how powerful we are. Prepare for blast off, loser. I think that's why they're always asking them about that. Whoa. Pound. Is Town Hall open? Is this open? It's never open. Crooked. Just like this whole place stinks. Oh. I got a new word.
bunched up to the edge of the hole with bewilderment in their eyes. Arctic air breathed out of the cavern in heaving gusts.
Echo? 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 Whoa. I can see why they wanted to move all of us out of town now. But why would they dig up a giant hole? I think this is it. Okay. Is this the source? It's a dang hole! How do we smash a hole? Ew. Oh, it's so much more than that, my annoying little friend. Kerr. Where's Rollo? We were in the line before. He's safe. Well, safer than you two, at least. Dress is cold. You just had to drag me all the way out here, didn't you?
Mr. Kerr gazed down the abyss in contemplation.
It's really something, isn't it? What'd you do to our town? What is all of this? Well, that's a doozy of a question. Is this a source where they collect the unrefined,
Scratched the back of his head.
Honestly, boys, I don't understand any of this well enough to explain it. Facts of the matter, I'm not paid to know. What do you mean you don't know? Aren't you in charge? Oh heavens no, my role is merely a flash to flash a winning smile and manage various complications. Complications like us. You are a smart boy.
His face contorted into a saccharine grin.
Really is something personal. Some people are destined to strive for greatness, and others are simply obstacles along the way. Seems like you were destined to be a creepy lackey. The point is that we all play our parts in life. Mine just happened to be a lead role. To be a lead in a role of a lifetime. And you happen to be extras ready for a curtain call. We aren't giving up without a fight. Your smile's not gonna be winning after we're done with you. Now boys, there's no need for melodrama. It makes even a professional such as myself embarrassed for you. Let's change the mood a bit.
Kerr snapped his fingers.
Scene change. Oh, hello. There, that's better. Deal with him.
Iggy turned to Luca with a sly glance.
Oh no, they're gonna jump in the hole, aren't they? Why are you smirking? Because I have a box full of fireworks and you don't.
Iggy waved the box into the air, threatening to drop it down the hole.
Stop. Let's not do something regrettable. Joke's on you. Regret is one of my specialties. Out of curiosity, what would happen if I threw these into your precious soul? Nothing? Nothing at all. You're a terrible liar. I'll have you know, I'm an exceptional liar. That's
Iggy
far
plucked a
enough.
single bottle rocket from the box and held it up with reverence.
Stop, you fool. Call off your guns.
After a long pause, Mr. Kerr flung up his hand with frustration.
Very well. You can all head back for the night. It's been a long day. I'll hand it these two from here. I like how they just walk
Mr. Kerr
backwards.
sighed into the frigid air.
It's just us now, Iggy. You can put that down. What? Like this?
With a nonchalant flick, Iggy tossed the firework into the hole.
Oh boy. Ooh. Wow.
With a growl, Kerr leapt at Iggy, crashing through Luca.
Oh shit.
Iggy tried to twist away, but in the struggle they both tumbled over the side. Luca dove forward, bracing Iggy's hand just before it slipped. His grip was made precarious by the cold, wet snow. He could see Kerr further down, clinging to Iggy's coat.
Sad. You reckless child, what have you done? Luca, listen to me. Hold on tight and use the walkie-talkie to call them back. How, what channel do I use? It doesn't make a damn difference, they're always listening. If you do that, the clipboards will just haul us up and snag us both. The only way you get out of this is if Kerr's out of the picture. Just let go and save yourself. If he lets go, we both die. I don't want to die, but seeing the look on your face almost makes it worth it. Mr. Kerr, you had a long life. Why don't you actually do something selfless and just let go?
Mr. Kerr gasped with insult.
Long life? I'll have you know I can still play 25. You should have heard me sing the part of Phileas Young. I have no idea what that is.
Mr. Kerr began to hum a proud melody.
Wow, can you believe this guy? Hey, I got home.
His hand began to cramp. His voice began to crack.
Kerr, just let go. Bye. No can do. If you want to save your friend, you'll have to save me too. Luca, look at me. It's okay.
Luca felt Iggy loosen his grasp.
You weren't gonna kill your friend like that, are you?
Every muscle
I mean,
in
technically,
Luca's
it's not
body
really our friend. I'm not his friend. Yes, you are. Nah, I'm just a no-good bully. Like you, Kerr. And you know?
felt his hand slipping.
No. And I told you what you need to do with bullies. I can't. It's your only way out of this mess. What is going on who's yelling in the background? Two birds with one stone. It makes no sense for us to fall together. Wackadoos travel in packs.
Calm settled over Iggy's face.
Luca, let me do
Iggy's
this.
voice was colder than the bitter air billowing from the chasm.
I think it's the music. Let me do the right thing for once. Oh my god. Luca had no choice but to... I will accept just because I want to know what happens.
Luca had no choice but to accept Iggy's request. With a quiet blink, Luca watched a teardrop sail down into the howling void. As his fingers slowly gave up, he met eyes with Iggy.
Good.
The two silhouettes were swallowed by darkness.
He still had the fireworks with him, yep. I love my goodbye, Iggy. Luca, you should really step back. What? Quickly! Ooh. Curious. But of course, those fireworks of Iggy's must have been just that amount of energy. We should get out of here before perennial harvest arrives. Not until you tell me what just happened. Your friend sacrificed just saved this town. Alice and Mama Moon. Hi. How are you? How you doing? How was your day? For a little while. Anyway. Ow. What is a particular substance? Liquamine? Can change the relationship between matter and time itself. But doing so requires unfathomable energy. In a closed system, the energy can only come from its surroundings. A useful side product of this property being, by adding precisely the correct amount of energy to it, one can create a cryogenic cascade. So the gunk makes things cold and the fireworks makes the whole freeze over? That's one way of putting it. Yes. As dumb luck would have it, the fireworks weren't strong enough to generate a runaway reaction. I shudder to think what would have happened in that case.
Some idea what that would look like.
It will take them a good while to safely break through to access the source again. If you all this stuff, why haven't you been helping? I have been, in my way. Each one of us has our role to play. Iggy's role, it turns out, was to buy us precious time. Mine has been to observe and wait. Wait for what? You. Me? Why? What's my role?
A fierce twinkle flashed in Nat's eyes.
Luca Van Horn. You were going to save the world.
With a chuckle, Nat turned and walked west. Dumbfounded, Luca followed behind him, trudging through the snow.
Fair.
Every step taking him further away from everyone and everything he knew, and closer to destiny.
Yes.
To be continued in Beacon Pines, Pines Harder. Revenge served cold. Second time's a charm? Wait, that's it? This ends with a crummy cliffhanger just when it was getting good? I was even starting to like Iggy. No way. I refuse to be associated with some never-ending parade of sequels. Let's go back and find something more definitive.